Tonight in CVM News, a woman set on fire at gas station now needs urgent treatment overseas. Two men listed as persons of interest in Denhamtown gun attack which claimed the life of a 3-year-old. For Inspired Jamaica featured amongst the best, the heartbeat of young Jamaican cardiac patients. Internationally, cocaine smuggling taints Ecuador's banana export industry. While in sports, Jamaica's 4-man bobsled team ends 21st overall at Winter Games. Hello from Kingston, Jamaica. This is CVM News at 7 for Sunday, February 22, 2026. I'm Caroline Brown. Thanks so much for joining us. And we begin with a follow-up. Assistant Commissioner of Police in charge of Area 4, Michael Phipps, says 2 members of the Scream Corner gang are being sought in connection with the Denhamtown gun attack Saturday morning, which left a 3-year-old dead. The men, known only as Romy and Juby, have been listed as persons of interest following the Nelson Street shooting. The child's brother, an 8-year-old, and their 31-year-old father were also shot and wounded. Both remain hospitalized.
We are at the very early stages of our investigations, but I can tell you that what we are picking up is that this particular shooting incident emanated from what seems to be a resurgence of some gang activities within the community of Denhamtown. We realize that at the center of this is some gang rivalry for control of turf. The truth of the matter is that this area was under curfew. The Denhamtown Zozo was under curfew imposed by the Joint Commanders. And that measure will continue, and we will try to increase our operational response.
On to another update now. The family of a Westmoreland woman who was set ablaze during a dispute at a gas station is now pleading for help to save her life. Relatives say she is in critical condition and requires a specialized treatment overseas, but they cannot afford the cost. More on this urgent need from Kevin Black.
A dispute at a Westmoreland gas station turned violent Thursday afternoon, leaving one woman with severe burns and 2 others in police custody. The incident happened at the Fesco service station in Whithorn, located just across from the Whithorn police station, shortly after 3:30 p.m. on February 19. Reports indicated that an argument over change between a 30-year-old pump attendant and a 42-year-old businesswoman escalated, with both parties allegedly returning armed, leading to a violent confrontation. The victim's sister, Carol Blackwood Hewitt, says the family has received little support as her sister remains in critical condition.
I saw videos of my sister that she was 3rd-degree burned and she's in a critical condition. I am begging help. I am in need of assistance.
Local doctors have advised that the extent of her injuries requires a specialized treatment overseas. However, family members say they cannot afford the cost and are appealing for urgent public and government assistance.
I'm pleading to even the Prime Minister Andrew Holness to help me. I ask for my friends and family here and abroad to assist us. I have no other means of getting this $55,000 to help her. Please, I'm asking Jamaica to assist me. I beg you all for assistance.
The Burn Foundation of Jamaica, air ambulance services and overseas medical teams have been placed on standby as efforts intensify to secure urgent treatment for the severely burned victim.
Every mickle make a muckle. You could go to www.crisissupportcharity.org. A a link is there where persons can make donations. So please, whatever you can give, please, to help, please. Our phone number, Luke?
Right, our phone number is 876-344-7028. You can give us a call if you have, want to give any assistance to the family.
Kevin Black reporting for CVM News.
32-year-old Cruz Smith, otherwise known as Junior, was gunned down on Green Street in the Blue Mountain area of Knockpatrick, Manchester on Saturday. Reports are at approximately 7:45 p.m. he entered his motor car with his son and another relative when armed men opened fire, hitting Smith multiple times. The other relatives escaped injuries. Smith was pronounced dead at hospital. Councillor for the Bluefields Division, Mario Mitchell, has condemned the attack.
The young man who is deceased is an only child for his parents, and I know it is indeed a sad day. The young man who is deceased is an only child for his parents, and I know it is indeed a sad day. We would have been doing our community walks. Just recently we had a walk with the police in the Bombay community and the Bombay space. And just that era, just want to say that we are working closely with all our relevant stakeholders and our other agencies to ensure that the community space is kept. So I want to strongly condemn the acts of violence that took place in the community last night and to ensure that we do all our best to ensure that something like this does not happen again. Because it would have been a while, years probably, since any form of murder or any acts of violence would have been committed in that community.
Also out of Manchester, there was a major boost for healthcare on Saturday in Mandeville as the Shaggy Make a Difference Foundation and the Project Cure Foundation donated beds to the Manchester Regional Hospital. As Crystal Williams now reports, the hospital's management says the donation is timely as the facility is overcrowded.
CEO of the Mandeville Regional Hospital in Manchester, Alwyn Miller, is thankful to the Shaggy Make a Difference Foundation and the Project Cure Foundation for their donation of 44 hospital beds on Saturday. He says, although the hospital is overcrowded, the team remains committed to providing the best service.
The count up to yesterday was about approximately 320 patients. So numbers have come down a bit, still a little bit above our normal average, but we are doing our best to accommodate.
He says there has been an increase in patients since Hurricane Melissa.
The normal average prior to the hurricane was in the proximity of about 275. Since the hurricane, the highest it has gone to is about 361.
This is the motivation behind this 44-bed installation. According to Mr. Miller, this contribution will not only replace damaged beds at the facility, but also expand patient capacity where needed. He says this donation will go a far way towards strengthening the hospital's ability to accommodate patients in a more comfortable and appropriate environment. Kenisha Gibson represents both foundations.
So for today, as you see, we're doing Mandeville, 44 beds to Mandeville. And then when we leave here, we go to Savannah Lamar Public Hospital, where they will get 80 beds.
Crystal Williams reporting for CVM News.
Vendors at the Crossroads Market have expressed appreciation for the facelift at the facility made possible through a partnership between the Kingston and Sintaju Municipal Corporation, the KSAMC, and the Norwegian Seafood Council to support the placement and management of branded advertisements.
Yeah, feel happy about that.
Yeah. What was the market like before?
No, you can't talk about. You can't compare, nothing to compare about. First time. No, baby, nothing.
Everybody come in and wonder how the market stay, because I remember say I must say pothole and whatever they did in the market. Now when rain fall, the water settle up on your stall and you have to step over and every morning you come here, you have to sweep water. from your stall.
What's it like now?
When it look better now, it look enough better now.
Some people never come here for 1, 2, 3 years. When they come and see it, then start to come back and market where they have place to park. They don't see no whole rubbish when they come and the place smell fresh and nice and everything. So they start to come back.
The Papine Market in St. Andrew will also benefit from the program. Operators of the Norman Manley International Airport, PAC Kingston Airport Limited, has cancelled several JetBlue Airways flights between Kingston and New York due to severe winter weather affecting sections of the United States. Now, the cancellations span Sunday through Tuesday as a major winter storm disrupts operations across parts of the U.S., including the New York region. 4 flights were cancelled for Monday, February 23, and 1 for the following day. PACCAL says additional disruptions are possible depending on evolving weather conditions. Passengers scheduled to travel on the affected flights are being urged to contact JetBlue directly for updated information and rebooking options before heading to the airport. Now, while this year's Hague Agricultural and Industrial Show was unavoidably cancelled due to the impact on the sector by Hurricane Melissa, vendors are not lost on the effects on the tourism industry. Here's more from Crystal Williams.
Local vendors who were once excited and hopeful for this time of year expressed disappointment at the cancellation of the 2026 Hague Agricultural Show.
That's why it's so active, bro. That's what I mean. I've been look at my jerks at my shop and we also running for extra and thing, but you know, place lockdown.
No go on, nobody visit we. No MP, no councillor, nobody visit we. It's really bad. Call up on you them without a park and car make a $1. Nothing go on, be honest. Ask me shop, look at my shop. Empty.
This vendor, who goes by Magaman, continues to express his concerns for business owners and other young persons in the community who usually benefit from the showcase, adding that this could possibly open them up to potential delinquency. As the saying goes, the devil finds work for idle hands. Infrastructure still reflects the destruction of the recent Category 5 catastrophe, a reminder of why the roads that were once swarming with tourists are now empty.
We understand, say, yeah, what if I work pan for do over there, because basically, no fire building top them gone. So you have to deal with the building top them and all of that.
We miss it. That's what I mean. We don't mind them keep on next show sitting before you're done over there. Live out in the community, you know?
We miss it, you know? Because every year thing, if I look at youth, we born constant thing I keep every year, you know? Best believe, man. But the affect we look away, still like a place where more vibes in the area. People are past, who are busy, meet more people, you see me? International people, local people, same way. There are more vibes, man. So we just miss it a year still. That's it. I hope we come back next year still.
Crystal Williams reporting for CVM News.
And we'll continue with CVM News at 7 right after this.
This is Flow, Jamaica's fastest mobile network, as verified by Ookla. It's the result of a complete network rebuild, with more power backup to reduce outages and satellite backup for greater mobile stability. You can even make regular calls using Wi-Fi. Welcome to our new era of connectivity, and we're not stopping there. This is Flow, Jamaica's network.
Yes, what me do? What you do? Me go check me prostate.
No, seriously? Me nah do that.
Remember say that pops drop out from, you know. Me have to take it serious. You can just do the blood test, you know. But better safe than sorry. So me do the full package. Plus, the NHF card help pay for the PSA test. Biggs, you're 40, you know. The earlier, the better. Cause me know you still want fire on all cylinder.
NHF is here for health. NHF is here for you. Enjoy peace of mind in knowing that your hard-earned money is protected by the JDIC. That's right, the JDIC through the Deposit Insurance Scheme guarantees up to $1.2 million of your deposits in commercial banks, merchant banks, and building societies. This means your deposits, such as your savings and checking accounts, are covered. Rest easy, knowing that your deposits are secure. Your deposits always protected. For more information, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at JDICJAM or visit our website at www.jdic.org.
JDIC, protecting deposits for you and me.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yeah.
Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
Welcome back to CVM News at 7. A reputed gangster was fatally shot during a police operation along Michael Manley Boulevard in the vicinity of the Doncaster housing scheme on Friday evening. He has been identified as 25-year-old Niger Dennis, otherwise called Boxhead, of a Pembroke Hall address. Now, Dennis was believed to be a high-ranking member of the Top Marvelly gang. Assistant Commissioner of Police in charge of Area 4, Michael Phipps, says Dennis was wanted in connection with a recent double murder.
He was linked to a number of serious crimes within the Marvelly space, and the most recent of which were the double murder of two males who were killed earlier this year along Fairfield Avenue in the Marvelly space. So this person we consider to be a high-risk target and was at the center of many police operations prior to now.
Despite public assurances from the Ministry of Local Government, Negril's tourist community says it continues to grapple with underinvestment. Promises of renewal have done little to ease the frustration, they say. CVM News spoke with a prominent hotelier who insists the town's market remains overlooked. Here's more from Crystal Williams.
One of the Tourism Destination Assurance Council and former head of the Negril Chamber of Commerce, Richard Wallace, says there has been communication with the National Works Agency, the Negril Chamber of Commerce, and the Negril chapter of the Jamaica Hotel and Tourist Association, JHTA, to upgrade the Negril fruit and vegetable market. However, he says there are other areas that need attention.
There are other projects that need to be done in Negril. We need a beach park. We need a town center. And one of the things I want to highlight is the fruit and vegetable market. That has been from 2018 rather, monies have been allocated to build a market in Negril. And we are now in 2026 and the market has still not started.
He recalls that local government minister Desmond Mackenzie had formally announced approved funding for the construction of a fruit and vegetable market in Negril in 2018.
Why can't Negril get a market when the minister has publicly stated that monies were granted from 2018 for a market and we still don't have a market? That's a travesty.
Mr. Wallace argues that vendors who originally occupied the land had to be removed for land clearing and construction. However, since then, they have not been allowed to return, as the land allocated for the market and its renewal is allegedly being used as a garage.
What has to happen is that they have to move off of the land in order for the land to be cleared for construction. Now, the government had to find a plot of land to put them on temporarily until the market was built. That was done. The plot of land was prepared, it was paved, a bathroom was constructed, and all these things for them to move over. For some reason, they still have not moved. And what has happened is that the plot of land is now being occupied.
Mr. Wallace is calling on the relevant authorities to carry out an investigation into the delayed construction of the Negril fruit and vegetable market.
But the parish council needs to act. The parish council has the authority to sort all of this out. And so we are waiting on them to solve the problem. The money has been sitting at the Ministry of Local Government since 2018. There was a point when the soil test was an issue. And we volunteered to pay for the soil test to the tune of 700 and something thousand Jamaican dollars. And we paid that years ago, and still nothing has happened.
Crystal Williams reporting for CVM News.
And at this point, we turn to our regional and international news.
We begin with news in the region. In Trinidad and Tobago, high-grade cannabis worth over $102 million has been seized by officers of the Central Division during a coordinated anti-narcotics operation yesterday afternoon. TTT Live has the details.
High-grade cannabis worth over $102 million has been seized by officers of the Central Division during a coordinated anti-narcotics operation yesterday afternoon. The operation was conducted around 2 p.m. on Friday at Riverside Marina, Kakandi Road, Felicity. During the exercise, officers acting on intelligence proceeded to the marina where they observed a white Kia vehicle parked suspiciously between two moored vessels. The tray of the vehicle was also observed to be covered with a blue tarpaulin, which further aroused the suspicion of the officers. A search of the vehicle's tray resulted in the discovery of several multicolored crocus bags containing just over 900 kilograms of cannabis. The drug has an estimated street value of $102 million. One male suspect was arrested in connection with the find.
And on the international scene, Ecuador, the world's top banana exporter, is facing authorities' claims that some shipments are being used to smuggle tons of cocaine to Europe, Russia, and beyond. Al Jazeera tells us more.
Bananas, for as far as the eye can see. They're the world's most popular fruit, and no country knows that better than Ecuador.
These bags are to protect the bananas from insects and to help them grow a bit more quickly. Ecuador is by far the world's largest exporter of bananas and plantains. It's a $5 billion business, but its value pales in comparison to another far less savory export, although there is a connection between this and the other one.
Banana shipments from Ecuador's Pacific Coast ports in Guayaquil are being used to transport hundreds of tons of cocaine abroad to the EU, Russia, and beyond. The drug is produced in Colombia, smuggled into Ecuador, and from here exported illegally in contaminated cargo.
And since the money drugs generate is so great, the traffickers can buy off the people necessary to identify vulnerable areas and send their wares off to the international market.
An estimated $10 billion of cocaine a year is shipped from Ecuador. A kilo here is worth $2,100, but its street value in Russia soars to $55,000, increasing to as much as $510,000 a kilo in Saudi Arabia.
That's it for regional and international news. I'm Kevin Black.
For this Inspire Jamaica, we tell you more about a one-of-a-kind heart artworks, most of which were generously donated by names easily recognized on the international scene. However, also making the spotlight were pieces from this small Caribbean island, done by some of the individuals for whom the campaign is held annually, curated by esteemed art patron Maria Sucre out of London.
Reach out and touch somebody's hand. Make this world a better place if you can.
The online Share Your Heart auction Make a Donation Exhibition 2026 is officially closed, but it raised £44,478, equivalent to Jamaican $6,914,195. This yearly Chain of Hope Share Your Heart campaign aims to raise awareness of congenital heart disease through artistic impressions of hearts, donated to the charity through artists, celebrities, other public figures, and, not to be left out, cardiac patients themselves. Throughout much of his childhood, Romalik Billet's hidden heart obstruction forced his heart to work harder than it should, quietly limiting his energy and placing his heart at risk.
We're day not even 3, really. There's day 2 in ICU. So he was second on Monday, and it's so quick compared to when you have a kid that's, say, broken a leg or had some sort of other surgery, heart surgery. Within a week, they're kicking a football around again.
Richard Billet was a happy father when we saw him in January 2026.
Romalik is a strong guy, you know. I talked to him. He was waiting and excited for it to be done. If needed to get the money to do operation like this, I would have to be going to the bank to take a loan. Thankful to children, Bustamante Hospital, for the good they are done for him.
Hello, Daddy. I'm going to see what I'm seeing you again. Hey, how are you doing? You alright? What's this? Oh my goodness. That is actually amazing, genuinely amazing. That's beautiful. Oh my God. Have you seen that? Wow. That is amazing. Thank you so much. Sweetheart. Do you know that's going to go on the wall of a London gallery? It's in a public gallery. It's going to be in an exhibition for hearts alongside Shaggy's. Shaggy's doing us a heart and many other people. And Beverly.
With his heart now working more freely, Romalik's artwork reflects a renewed sense of movement, energy, and possibility.
And we show it to Jamaica. Ooh,
I got a heart.
There's a Jamaican flag right there.
There's a Jamaican flag in there. There's a heart. I think there's some rays of sunshine almost. So we're doing...
It's an inspiring moment.
It's an inspiring moment.
From this hospital room, led by the Chain of Hope Vice Chair and volunteer cardiac surgeon, Professor Victor Sang, performing a pulmonary valvotomy and a pulmonary patch arterioplasty, delicate procedures that relieve narrowing whilst improving blood flow and valve function. Did someone not say time is money? Look at Romalik's work on the auction block.
When you say time is money, I would like to add one thing. Life is short. So whenever, whatever you can, make use of time. And it is a pleasure to be here to help you guys, looking after these children with congenital heart disease.
Children like 9-year-old Ryan Hamilton, too, born with a complex congenital heart condition that placed severe strain on his heart. In January 2026, Ryan underwent an 8-hour operation known as a Ross procedure, in which the diseased aortic valve was replaced with his own pulmonary valve. Ryan's work of art also on display on a big overseas platform after a life-saving surgery, one of several which marked the beginning of Chain of Hope's 30th anniversary of medical mission to Jamaica.
It is a joy to have the team here from the UK in the centre curling. So many days we don't have activity in the centre, and so when the mission comes, it is always so wonderful to be able to host them, but more importantly for them to actually treat the children. These children are waiting for cardiac procedures, some of them for years. And so when the mission team comes, it's always a joy to be able to hear them, to see the work they're doing, and to see the transformation of the children. So we thank Chain of Hope and Gift of Life International for supporting the cardiac program here at Boston.